Good evening, everybody. I hope that everybody can hear me and see my screen. Welcome, everyone, to tonight's webinar. This is Lee Rader here. And you know what? I just really wanted to share some things tonight that I've used kind of along the way for my own branding and my own business. So have you caught the start a blog fever? I don't know, maybe you've seen those people who make a living blogging about their passion and want to join their ranks, or maybe you just love the idea of being able to share your thoughts with people from around the globe. No matter what your reasons for wanting to create a blog, I think it's a great decision, but you might be feeling a bit overwhelmed, right? And that's really what everybody comes to me about is like, how do you do what you do? And, I get a little overwhelmed by technology. Maybe that's you, maybe not. But, there's so much information out there, and it can be hard to figure out exactly what you need to start a blog. So, to help you out, I've tried to collect really everything that you need to know about starting a blog in tonight's webinar. So, I'm going to assume that most of you don't currently have a blog. And if you do, this probably isn't the webinar for you because my goal tonight is to keep it really simple, and everything that I'm going to teach you, you actually do not have to make any kind of an investment. So that's one of the things that you'll see out there is so many people are teaching you how to blog, but all of them are selling either their blogging, programs or different tools that you can put on your blog that cost money. And honestly, you really don't need to do that. So sit back and enjoy tonight's webinar. And if you have any questions, be sure to put them in the question box, and I will stay at the end to answer as many questions as I can. So I did introduce myself as Lee Rader, and I've actually been a highly skilled master cosmetologist for over 2 decades, going on three pretty much. But I specialize in all things beauty, which has really molded me into a beauty expert. So my success as a salon owner here in Wisconsin has spurred my passion in helping others and giving back to the beauty industry as a whole, which is really why I teach things like this. But really understanding the needs of my clients inspired me to start blogging so that I can reach even more people around the world. For those of you that follow me, you know that my sole purpose is to educate things on all things beauty. But I'm also a wife, a mother to two teenage boys, and love to travel. So I also kind of add that in with my all things beauty blog as well. So my blog is leerader.com. And everything that I'm going to teach you tonight really is, everything that I've really self-taught myself. But what I want you guys to realize is that like we live in an age where you can really learn anything you want to on Google. I kind of have a Google degree, right? And so I just want you to kind of ask yourself, like, what are some of the things that you'd want to learn? And it doesn't even have to be about blogging or anything I'm going to teach you tonight. But what is one thing that you want to learn over the next year? Because all that information is out there. And one of the things that I also teach is at our Motives Beauty and Business Academy is we have a branding segment. So yes, I am a field consultant for Motives Cosmetics, but I really do feel that this information really can pertain to any entrepreneur in any business. In fact, I help other beauty pros brand themselves. So if you have any kind of small business or if you're an independent professional and you don't have a blog, you really should because it's just another extension in that whole branding kit that you have. All right, so let's dive into it. And so many people ask, how long does it take to start a blog? Now, I don't know about you, but it's hard to put a time frame on the creative process, like choosing a blog topic. But once you know what you want to write about, you can knock out the technical process of starting a blog in just 20 to 30 minutes. So it really is a lot easier than you think. I think the creative process actually is a lot more difficult for me. But once I kind of get in the groove and I have subjects that I want to write about, I'll actually sit down and write out a few articles and pre-schedule them, because sometimes we're kind of in that groove, right? So, is it expensive to start a blog? So, assuming that you are just starting out, I'm going to go through how to start a free blog. There are many paid options out there. So, you know what? This is a great starting point. And once you get into it a little bit more, you can always switch over to a paid platform later. And next week, I'm actually going to show you how you can monetize a free blog. Actually, next week's webinar, I'm going to show you how you can actually use a free affiliate program, not only on your free blog, but you can also use it on your website or your email marketing. It's a really useful tool that can be used many, many different places. So, do I need to be a tech genius to start a blog? Actually, no. As long as you feel comfortable using a computer and browsing the internet, you should have no trouble starting your own blog. No special knowledge is needed. And I really do find that the especially the interfaces I'm going to talk about tonight, they really are kind of step by step, click as you go process. I'm really confident that everybody watching this webinar will be able to do it. So here's some reasons for starting a blog. And like you can really blog about anything. I happen to be in the beauty industry, so that's just my niche. That's my expertise. That's what I know. But really, it's a great way to express yourself and also a fantastic way to share information with others. Maybe you've been through some things in your life that you think that others could benefit from the knowledge that you know. I mean, think about that. It's just a great platform to get your message out. It also helps you become a better person and a better writer. I remember really enjoying writing when I was younger, like in second grade, but through the years, I really wasn't writing much. I mean, I was behind the chair doing hair. So, getting into that part of it, I've had to learn and I've gotten better as I go. And I still have a ways to go. But even if you're not a great writer, there's writing courses that you can take. Again, there's so many different things that you can do to teach yourself what you need to know. But another reason is you can make money doing it. And I think that that's most like, people that are really into blogging. I mean, you can make a significant income doing it. So, money while you sleep, that's always good, right? But you can also use it as a tool to brand yourself. And that's, really, actually, I think all of these are the reasons why I have my blog. So the first step really is define your niche. What are you good at? What do you enjoy writing? Why do you enjoy writing a certain topic? Writing a blog really does take commitment and time, so it's really important to pick a topic that you can see yourself writing about for the long haul. It is not something that, if it's not something you're not passionate about, it'll be an uphill battle in the long haul and you just won't be inspired to do it. So, are other people interested in this topic that you've chosen? It's a great if it's a passion of yours, but you do need to build an audience. So, you'll need people interested in your topic because really that's the hardest part is like getting your blog out there, getting people to want to read it and share it. But, what do you want to learn? Because you can do some research for your articles and for your blogging and learn as you go too. So, you can kind of like leverage your time that way. But I also want you to ask yourself is, can I make money from this topic? Will people, purchase things you're recommending? Will they buy programs you're building? Or, what is it that you have to offer that people would pay money for? Because at the end of the day, if you do decide to go over to a platform that you do have to pay, you have to be making the money to at least cover that, right? But that's why I'm really teaching you how to start with a free blog because it really doesn't take a lot of money. Now that you have defined your niche, now I want you to decide on a title. This can be difficult, but you know what? You can always ask your audience. If you already are branding yourself, Ask your audience if they have any suggestions and get them excited about it too. But write some names down and then you can decide what will the name of your blog be. Now, your next step is you're actually going to write some great posts. You're going to do this before you even publish your blog. And it's really recommended that you have about 4 to 5 blog posts created, because when your fans come to your blog, you don't want just one article, because they might really like it and want to read more. And if there's nothing else there, they're going to be like, well, this is boring. So get out a pen and paper, and I want you to brainstorm some ideas, write down some topics, and then just start writing away. Your blog doesn't have to be really lengthy, but you don't want it to be really short either. So just keep that in mind. All right, so now that you've got the first few steps done, now you're going to choose the right free platform for you. Now, there are so many free platforms out there, but I really narrowed it down to the 3 that are probably the most popular, and I think probably the easiest to use. I've actually used WordPress.com. I've used Blogger. I have not used Tumblr, but it looks like a really great interface, and I do feel like it is pretty easy. So what is a blogging platform? A blogging platform is essentially a service or application that facilitates the creation of web pages for publishing your content. So you may have gone to WordPress blogs before, and they can kind of look like websites at times. Some people use them as websites. You can certainly do that too, but again, I'm going to really kind of just focus more on the blogging aspect. So I'm going to go over each platform for you and just kind of explain pros and cons about it and how they work. So WordPress.com. WordPress.com is free. There's also a WordPress.org that is not free, that you need to have a hosting, someone to host it. You need to have your own domain, and then you actually have to buy different tools to use on it called plugins. So I'm mainly talking about WordPress.com because it is free. The pros of it are there are no setup costs. It is really simple to use. There's no coding or design knowledge required. It's just kind of, you can just type in text boxes. There's hundreds of themes to choose from. You can also upload different photos. So, WordPress.com really does store all of your site's content for free on their servers. However, this does mean that users receive a limited version of the WordPress software. But still, it really is a nice choice for hobby bloggers who don't want to invest money. It's also a good option for people who just plan to upgrade to a self-hosted WordPress.org blog in the future, which is always an option. But it looks really professional. I think, compared to other ones, once you kind of steer away from the themes that they give you, it can kind of start looking not as professional. But the other con is you don't actually technically own your blog, which means you can't put ads and things on there. But next week I'm going to show you how you can monetize it without doing that. So it's really, really simple to set one up. Actually, you just go to WordPress.com. And then you're going to choose, what type of site you're building, and I would just choose blog. And then once you enter a topic, it's going to actually have some popular themes that you can choose from. You can click on them and view them, before you actually choose one, and just go through each step, and it'll kind of guide you as you go. Okay, so this is what the next page will look like then. And you can actually just use one of their free domains, or you can buy one if you want. I would just suggest using the free one again until you kind of build up your audience. You can always buy your own domain name later. It's always an option. But again, the whole goal is to kind of keep things free. And you'll see that they have other plans that you can always upgrade to. I would keep a free blog, and when you're ready to upgrade, I would look into how to moving it over to wordpress.org, because you're going to get a lot more bang for your buck that way. But again, just start with all the simple free. And once you have it all set up and running, it'll actually kind of guide you through making your first post. You can get a few of your posts in. When you write your post prior to this, you can just do it on Word and then copy and paste it and put that into your blog before you're ready to publish. And then you can have those all up and running in no time. Okay, so that's wordpress.com. The next one I want to talk about is Blogger. And Blogger, again, is free. Since Blogger is owned by Google, you'll actually have access to Google tools like AdSense, Analytics, etc. But this platform is great for hobby bloggers and brand builders who don't want to really invest any money but may want to make some money through ads. So since it's easy to use, it's also a great platform for beginner bloggers just kind of learning the ropes. So you do have access to HTML. So if you do know that, you can use it for that. Otherwise, again, you don't have to know that. You can just kind of put your verbiage in different boxes and also upload videos and pictures into the platform to make your blog pretty. So some of the cons are there are fewer themes and storage space than WordPress.com. You can't self-host, so your blog is dependent completely on Blogger's current offerings. And your site will have Blogspot in the title. But you can also buy a domain later on, and you can even go through, different services like GoDaddy and such for that. So again, very simple to use. You just go to blogger.com, click on create your blog, and it's going to use your Google account. So if you have a Google account, all you have to do is click on your Google account. It'll have a lot of your information in there already. And then you can go ahead and name your blog, put your name there, and then you can choose your template and then just go through the prompts. And again, it might take a little bit to kind of learn how to post a post, but you'll get the hang of it pretty quick, I guarantee that. So the next platform I wanted to talk about is Tumblr. And again, this one is free and it's easy to use, and it's a very social platform. So this would be the perfect place for bloggers who like the idea of reblogging posts from others. So you can reblog each other's posts and kind of network with other bloggers that way. So it's a platform that's best for microbloggers. So it's perhaps not the best place to start if you're looking to develop long form content, which is why I kind of, had this one last. But some of the pros are it does have unlimited storage. There's approximately 1,000 themes to choose from. It has the ability to do HTML and CSS access for customization. Some of the cons are backing up your blog and importing your content from other platforms can be difficult. There are very limited plugin options, and it can be tough to monetize. But again, I'm going to show you next week how that's possible. So you just go to tumblr.com and you can just get started if you don't have one yet, and then just go through the prompts. It's going to actually have you pick a graphic design. You can pick whatever one you want and then customize it from there, and then your blog will be up and running in no time. All right, so something I wanted to cover is, what about email? So I'm assuming that all of you that are on this webinar tonight have some type of a business, or, like I said, you're maybe an independent with something that you're doing, an entrepreneur. But, marketing trends and channels evolve over time. And I just feel like while some trends come and go quickly, one of the channels that has remained more or less the same is email. In fact, email continues to be the top channel for content marketing. So it can even help you amplify your other marketing channels, such as social media. It can come with some challenges though, but one of the key challenges is simply the amount of time it takes to create a good looking email from scratch. So without efficient tools, marketers may end up spending a lot of time creating and sending out emails that don't exactly look stunning, But if you aren't, if you don't have an email marketing program or content for your followers, viewers, customers, I'm going to actually go over some that are, again, free that you can start utilizing with your, with your followers right away. So again, there's so many out there. You can find plenty of free email marketing tools that can help you save time and money. I picked my 3 favorites. Again, I've actually used the top 2. I haven't used the 3rd one, but doing my research, I'm actually pretty impressed by it. So I did want to include it in tonight's webinar. So the first one that I'm going to talk about is MailerLite. And this is what I currently use. If you have subscribed to my emails, you are using MailerLite because that's what I use to send out everything. So it has sophisticated features like a landing page builder. It also has a pop-up customizer, which kind of make it stand out among free email tools in the market today. So in addition to the basics like the drag and drop email builder, the tool comes with a rich text editor and a built-in photo editor to create stunning emails. This free plan actually is for up to 1,000 subscribers and 12,000 emails per month, which is pretty good. I think when I had my salon, we used Constant Contact, and it was a lot less than that before you had to start paying. But even their paid plan, it starts at $10 a month, so really reasonable, if you go over that 1,000 subscribers. But it also gives you the option to clean up subscribers as well if they haven't, opened any emails in a while. So if you're kind of getting close to that, you can always do that as well. So you can create those responsive landing pages to match the emails that you send, which will improve your chances of driving conversions. You can also run split tests on different variations of your email to see what works best to drive clicks and conversions. MailerLite also provides you with a comprehensive campaign report that contains important stats like click rate, unsubscribe rate, open rate, and more. So if you're not sure what any of that means, I actually created a landing page for tonight's webinar so that when I posted it on my social media, they could click on a link and it actually made them subscribe to my email list before I actually gave them the link to register for this webinar. And that's just for me to collect as many subscribers as I can. Of course, they always have the option of not doing it, but that's just an example of a landing page. I've also created landing pages for, different free marketing tools that I give out. And again, all that people have to do is give their email address and then they get my free tool. If you follow me, you know that I really don't charge for, things that I do. Again, there's so many people out there that they charge for everything. And I just believe in and giving back and giving out free education and giving out free tools because, I'm building relationships with people and in turn, they're going to buy some of the products that I have to offer. And that kind of means more to me than, charging for things that I don't really feel need to be charged for. So the second one that I want to talk about is Mailchimp. And this also, again, is a free plan. And this one, you can actually have up to 2,000 subscribers and 10,000 emails per month. But again, even their paid plan actually starts at $9.99 per month. So still very reasonable to use. So Mailchimp really is considered a leader in email marketing tools that you've probably heard of. Their free plan does provide you with the basic email marketing features such as email creation and scheduling. But what makes this a great email marketing tool is its smart recommendations feature, which provides you with valuable audience insights to optimize your marketing efforts. So designing emails on the platform is really easy using the content manager where you can store your images and files for easy access. And Mailchimp actually lets you automate your emails at crucial steps of the buyer journey so you can easily send out welcome emails, order confirmations, abandoned cart reminders, and more. The other thing that I like to use my email platform for is sending out coupon codes to, good clients, things like that. Specials, because I want to keep them, feeling good, feeling, VIP like. So there's so many uses for email. And then of course the last one is Sender. And Sender is one of the best free email marketing tools in the market with features to ensure that deliverability. So it lets you create stunning newsletters without any HTML knowledge. You just choose from a template and customize it with elements like images, videos, and text. You can even personalize your newsletters for each recipient to create an even bigger impact. The free plan is actually up to 2,500 subscribers and 15 emails per month. And again, the paid plan starts at approximately $10 per month. So I think you guys can see why I chose these three. So Sender's analytics feature is one of the top reasons why it's really on my list. It actually lets you track who opened your emails and clicked on the links, when they were opened, and more. So it even helps you build accurate buyer profiles based on your subscriber actions. So you'll be able to optimize your existing email strategy and really, craft those compelling offers that you want to send them. So, it's kind of a good way to keep those loyal customers too. So the other thing that I wanted to just talk about is connecting. Connecting not only your blog and email to all your social media accounts. You can't, I just can't believe how many times I see this. I actually will sometimes go to a business page on Facebook and, they don't have their website connected. They don't have any of their other social media accounts. They don't have their blog connected. I've even had Facebook friends who, it'll say like who they work for or what they do, but when you click on it, it doesn't take them to, their business page, or it doesn't take them to their website. They don't have any of this listed. So I just want you to think about how can you connect everything? So from a branding standpoint, everything should be connected and your branding should really be consistent across the board. So, check everything out. I also like it when you have your actual, like for me, my brand is all things beauty and it's just me. I don't have, a salon with employees anymore. So the pictures of me. Now, if you have a business that you have, a logo or something like that, and you have other people working for you, then, it should be the logo. It should be something pertaining to your business. Because that's a little confusing too. I came across a business that was an actual person's name, but it wasn't just her. It was all these other people and services. And so the branding was confusing to me because I was like, wait, is this an actual physical location, or who are these other people? Like, do they work for her? Like, what's going on with that? But that can all be portrayed over your social media. So I kind of mentioned next week, and today I just again wanted to keep things really simple. I didn't want to overwhelm people, because they can be. I could probably have a series for 6 months straight every single Monday just to go over different things. But next week, I'm going to teach you how to turn everything I taught you tonight into a money-making platform. So if you've been searching for a way to transform your blog, your email list, or maybe even your website into a moneymaker, then this webinar is for you. You don't lead the online shopping revolution, and we know, right? We know that people are shopping online. So you can't lead that by relying on the old ways of doing business. You lead by pushing the envelope and leveraging new tools and content and connect people with products like never before. So in the digital age, this is a critical task for online retailers, but with innovative new programs like the one I'm going to show you next week, you're going to be absolutely floored. Most of the competitors of this, affiliate program offer commissions for bloggers that range anywhere between, I don't know, 1.25 and 10%. Well, next week, I'm going to actually teach you how you can earn up to 15% commissions for product recommendations through your network channels. And again, it's a completely free program for anybody to use. It doesn't matter, like I said, how many, followers you have or, how much content you had. I know there's so many programs out there that are so choosy on, who they'll work with. And, again, they're dictating, they're not really paying a lot in commissions. So I feel like it's not as lucrative as it used to be. So I have the answer and I'm going to show you that next week. Again, won't be costing you any money. It will simply be showing you how you can turn this free blog into a money-making platform. So to register for that webinar, you can visit Motives by Lauren Ridinger on Facebook. You can simply go to the events tab and the webinars are all listed there, and you can, register for the webinar. If you register for the webinars early, they will actually remind you, I believe the day before and even maybe shortly before it starts, just so you don't forget. And so make sure that you don't wait and register today. But I will stay and answer any questions you have, but I am going to stop the recording for that portion. So if you are listening to the recording, make sure you try to tune in live so you can ask your questions. And but thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next week. Thank you.